Welcome back to my Minecraft Bedrock Let's Play series. This is episode 5. Last time, I built an enchanting room that I didn't get to finish because I lost all my XP, didn't have enough leather, didn't have enough paper. But we have some farms working nearby, and what I want to do is I want to get that zombie spawner that we found last time, and I want to turn it into an XP source. That's probably going to be the first thing I do since it takes the longest. And I'm going to finish that enchanting room when I'm done, and then I'm going to enchant something, and it's going to be great. What my plan is I'm going to wait till this rain stops, and then I'm going to head over to that zombie spawner, and I'm going to start setting it up. And I think for those of you who've never seen a zombie spawner setup farm thing, it might be an educational experience. Maybe I'll take you through it step by step and discuss what needs to be done, how it works, how you get the zombies to where you need them to be so you can kill them. Um, yeah, we'll see what that looks like. I'll gather up some stuff and head on over there and come right back. All right, so we've made it back to the spawner. And what I've noticed here is that the roof is made of ice. And I don't really like that. I'm going to change it out for some cobblestone. It's not a big deal. And then I have to resize the room in order to make the spawner usable. So the room needs to be 9 by 9 centered on the spawner. And then there needs to be some room underneath for the zombies to fall down. Um, So I'm gonna set that up and then come back and show you how that looks. All right, so I prepared the room. It's now 9 by 9. I'm gonna close this off when it's all said and done. This is just how I'm gonna get in and out of the work area. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some cobblestone here, right on top, and I'm gonna leave that there the whole time because if once the zombie starts spawning, if that space on top of the spawner is open, they can spawn on that, and then the zombies will stay within the bubble of space that the spawner uses to decide if it's going to make more zombies or not, and it's going to ruin the rates of the farm. Not that a single zombie spawner farm is super fast, but you don't want to make it any slower than you have to. So the next step is to carve out the floor. We're going to take it down 5 blocks from here, and then we're going to figure out where to push the zombies to grind them out. Now that I have the floor out, the room is pretty much ready for the zombies to do their thing. Now that the floor is out, the room is pretty much ready. The only thing we have left to do in here is to figure out where we want to kill the zombies so we can flush them with water in that direction. I'm thinking since the entrance is over there somewhere, just over there, this corner of the room here is going to be the spot where I want to kill them. I might have to carve a little more out of the mountain to get down to where they are, but that's not the end of the world. So to do that, it's fairly easy. Take your water bucket and you place it down in the corner, the opposite corner of where you want to flush them to. You see it sort of ends up in this pattern. So the next step to do is to carve out the floor 1 block lower than that, right? So this comes out. All right, now here's where the real magic happens. You bust the blocks where the water is ended, terminated, where the water's stopped flowing to, and then it flows down one more level. See, it all kind of pushes towards this point here, which is exactly what we want. Is then we just repeat the process like this here. And when you break these blocks, the water will flow right into this corner exactly where we want them to go. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have a way to stop the water from flowing down into the hole. That's we're going to cut out the hole first and then figure out where the water how to stop the water from flowing. So, there. They fall down. Let's get some light in here so I can see what I'm doing. This is 3 blocks. 2 blocks. So we're going to go down 3 more blocks. I'm gonna mine this coal because never gonna pass up an opportunity for resources. We need a place for us to stand. So I'm just gonna carve out a small area. So the zombies are gonna fall here. They're gonna land over here. So we need to be down another block so that when the zombies are in there, see like this. The zombies are going to come down and they're going to land here. Going to carve out a bit of a room here and then figure out how to get back up to the entranceway. That's the real trick, isn't it? The final preparation for the floor over here. I'm going to break this and I'm going to put fence gate right here. Open it. And then I'm going to knock out this one, and this one. I put the fence gate in the wrong place. So I'm going to go get that. Oh, that's not good. All right. Making big messes. All right. Let's try that again. The water's pouring everywhere. That's fine. That's fine. It'll stop when I put the fence gate where it needs to go. All right. So get the fence gate in the right place and your problems go away. The right place for the fence gate is right here. The water. So no matter where the zombies spawn in the room, you'll see it's very hard to fight the flow. But no matter where the zombies spawn in the room, they're just going to flow right along. Going to flow right along. They're going to wind up falling down this hole. No matter how hard they fight, they're always just going to end up in that hole. They're going to land right on that. And I bet that's going to hurt. So the zombies are going to be down here, and we're just going to be swinging away at them right over here. Next thing, we're going to put our collection system in. It's probably a good idea to think ahead and set up a garbage disposal, because these zombies are going to put a lot of garbage out. Like a lot of rotten flesh, a lot of junk armor that we can't really use because it's mostly broken. All right, so I'm just going to place a hopper, the chest down here, place a hopper under the fire, pointing into the chest, put a second chest here, and I'm just going to fill in this hole. There we go. That is basically your zombie spawner farm ready to rock and roll. So what we got to do as a final step, the final step. Well, there's two final steps, but like it's final. It's we're pretty close. In order for the spawners to work, it has to be dark in here. That means we got to get rid of the torches, which I of course placed conveniently around the room. Get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. Start clearing out this dirt. See it all flowing down in the hole. It's exactly what we want. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And that. All right, we're going to do before I punch out the last torch, because as soon as you punch out the last torch, they're going to start spawning. Before I punch out that last torch, just going to make sure that the room is correct. Everything looks good. No random stray blocks anywhere. Punch out the torch. This last block here. So let's get this. Let's get this closed in. The right blocks. Get it ready to make a quick escape. Perfect. All right, so duck down. Get it from the last one? I can. All right, good. All right, so as soon as I punch this out, zombies are going to spawn. They'll be waiting for us down at the bottom. See, they spawned. Now, unlike skeletons, they can't shoot us from there, which is really great. Because when you do that with skeletons, they tend to start shooting right away, and then you can fall in, and it's a big mess. It's a big mess. What you don't want to do is end up in the place where the zombies end up, because then you're taking damage, and you got zombies around you. You're not going to survive. So generally avoid that. All right, let's go see how the farm is doing. Drop down our ladder. There's no zombies waiting for us yet because they burned up, but got rotten flesh. That's a good sign. There's zombies. So if we just hit them, here, if we get rid of the fire, put a slab here. Zombies will still fall in like that. They take a little bit of damage, and it takes a few hits to kill them, but that's okay. It's not again, it's not a end game farm. This is like quick and dirty. How do I get XP? This is what I've got at my disposal kind of farm. So the loot's ending up in there. Already got an iron ingot. That's pretty good. Charcoal's from a campfire, not from the zombies. All right, so that's pretty much the entire farm. The longer we stand here, the more zombies are going to end up in here. We just wait a bit, we'll get a ton of zombies in here. But for now, I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to make an entrance to this place. So right now it's not exactly obvious where the spawner is, where we have to go once we get to the mountain. So I think I'd like to do that. While I was setting up the area and trying to figure out where to put a bed so I could sleep, I realized that I couldn't sleep anywhere pretty much because there were always monsters nearby. And then I remembered that I've been standing in this area for a little while, and this is what's happening down in the spawner. So if I kill them all, let's see how many levels we get. There's a lot of zombies in here. This might take a minute. All right, really, really not bad for just a few minutes of standing around, and of course, their loot ends up in there. Like I said, mostly it's going to be junk loot, which is why we're not really interested in collecting it. This is more really an XP thing. And it seems to work fairly well as an XP thing. All right, back to building the entranceway. All right, so I've pretty much set it all up. The inside is a little bit lacking in terms of decoration, but again, it's because I don't have a lot to decorate with, so I'm just going to do what I can for the moment and finish it up again later when I have decoration blocks and inspiration to do it. The entrance is very simple, very simple. I modeled it after this Svalbard seed vault. It's that's kind of what it looks like in real life. It just a gray building that disappears into the side of a snowdrift mountain or whatever. Um, yeah, so this the spawner's a little far from base. So when I come here, it would be good if I came here with the intent to stock up on XP before I return home. For now, anyways, this is the best way we have to get XP. And just in the time it took me to build that entranceway, look how many zombies we got down here. I'm probably gonna eat up a whole sword, iron sword's worth of durability killing all these guys. But the XP will come, and we're gonna hit level 30 in no time. Anyway, so I'm gonna hang out here, stock up on some XP a little bit, and then head back to town, where we will resume our construction of the enchanting room. The smart thing to do would probably be to put an enchanting room here. That will come also. One step at a time, taking it slow, no rush, bad logistics choices. That's all that matters. All right, so we're back at base and did a little farming, and I have the bookshelves. I think I have one extra than what I actually need. So let's go put those in place. No, let's make a pickaxe out of diamonds. And then we'll go put that in place and enchant a pickaxe. Oh yeah, we should take some lapis with us. Do I even have sticks? I do not. What happened to my recipe book? There we go. Thank you. Let's make more. All right. Maybe a sword too. I don't have a lot of diamonds. I don't have a lot of XP, so make one of these. One of these. All right. Get rid of the diamonds. And let's go enchant some stuff. I have 43 levels, which means I have 4 tries to get a level 30 enchant that I want. So, we've got 3, 6, 9, 10. We need 15, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then one more for good luck. That should work. It better work because I don't have Silk Touch to break those books, and then we got to start all over. All right, let's roll on the pickaxe. Efficiency 4? You know what? Let's take that. Oh, come on. Just one efficiency 4? That's lame. What about a sword? Smite 4. It'd be real good for the zombies. Unbreaking, Bane of Arthropods. Let's do it. Fire aspect and smite. Efficiency 4 is not what I need, though. So, let's pull that off. Still got some levels to work with. We have Unbreaking 3. All right, Unbreaking 3 is good. Let's hope. That's what I'm talking about. All right, still with a few levels to go, so let's wipe the sword. Let's wipe the sword. And let's re-roll that. We have Smite 4 again. Fantastic. Let's waste a sharpness one? Why not? We don't need to waste all our XP to do this, right? Uh-oh, nighttime. Be right back. All right, let's do that again. Rolling for the big enchants. Bane of Arthur. Come on. You know what? Let's roll it. That's terrible. That's terrible. All right, last chance. Very last chance to get this right. Give me a good roll, please. Sharpness 3. Doesn't it go up to sharpness 5? Whatever. That's really, really unfortunate. But it'll do for now, I suppose. Quick review on the zombie spawner. First thing you want to do is obviously find yourself a spawner and disable it with torches. Then, expand the room, 9 by 9, centered on the spawner. Then, fill in the space between the spawner and the ceiling with something to prevent mobs from spawning on top of the spawner and ruining your spawn rates. Carve out the floor underneath, about 4 or 5 blocks down. Find out where you want to push your zombies to, and use water or some other method to attract them to that spot. Dig a bit of a drop chute so they fall down. Remember to keep yourself within 16 blocks of that spawner at all times for it to work. So don't drop them down 25 blocks and stand at the bottom and go, why aren't more zombies showing up? Because you're not within the triggering range of the spawner. Player has to be within 16 blocks of that spawner. Once you've figured out where they're going and you got that drop chute, make sure your killing chamber has a space of only half a block high, so things can't get out. Things like baby zombies, they fit through 1 block spaces and they suck. Put in your collection system, maybe a garbage collection system. Go back into the room with the zombie spawner, take out all the torches you put while you were working, and get out of there as fast as possible. Close it up. Spawner needs darkness, and you need to not be eaten by zombies. Finally, the most important part, get down to that killing chamber and start killing, get your XP. All right, well, I think that's about it for this episode. So if you liked what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe, I don't know, do all those things you're supposed to do on YouTube. And in the meantime, thank you for watching.